It's great to be with all of you. Thank you so much. We want to thank the Kip family for allowing us to be in your presence. We thank you for allowing us to be in the beautiful facility. I trust that it's working out well for you. We have a number of folks that are with us today. Rita Benson, along with my dear friends, owner and vice chairman of the New Orleans Hornets and the Saints, soon-to-be Pelicans. Looking good. Ryan Anderson, Xavier Henry, and Robin Lopez with the New Orleans Hornets. Chief Darryl Albert with the New Orleans Police Department. Our Healthcare Commissioner, Dr. Karen DeSalvo. Lavonzo Nicholson, PlayNola. Wayne, DJ Wow Wayne, Benjamin. It's nice to see you. Q93, thank you. And Alex Gerald, who's the principal of Kip Academy. Thank you so much. For those of you that have been working with us and following us, one of the missions that we all have collectively is to make New Orleans a city of peace. And to do that, not only do we have to build really strong schools, and not only do we have to make sure that everybody has a chance to be healthy, but we also have to make a great opportunity to make sure that our young men and women in the city can be safe. And one of the ways to do that we have worked on with NOLA for Life is giving everybody something to do. And Midnight Basketball has been one of those tenets of our NOLA for Life program that is specifically designed to help our young folks in the city get off the streets and have something really constructive to do. We have launched this a couple years ago. We've done this in partnership with the folks that are standing around us right now. And we have continued to work together to make sure that this continues to be available to the young men and women of the city of New Orleans. It is a critical component. And so I want to thank all of you for everything that you've done to make this possible. This year is a particularly special year because of the young man that I have standing to my right and to your left, Mr. Ryan Dalton. Ryan, many of you know, was, how they like to say it, Ryan, when you were young, a little bit in the game, right? And was actually shot 3 times. And actually got up and decided to turn his life around. I went to work at Cafe Reconcile and decided that he was going to recommit himself to a positive way in the world and didn't just want to be a follower, but wanted to be a leader. And Ryan has just recently come to work for the city of New Orleans and is actually going to be the guy that's running the Midnight Basketball League for the city of New Orleans. So when people talk about talking the talk, we talk about walking the walk. And that's what we're all trying to do here, so that we can all really kind of drill down on perhaps the most significant thing that is threatening the future of the city of New Orleans, and that is the safety of the young men and women. At the end of the day, there's a lot that all of the people standing up here can do. But it all is going to go back to individuals making good decisions. I like to tell folks that good decisions equal good consequences. Bad decisions equal bad consequences. And no matter how complicated the world gets, if you come back to that very, very simple notion, whether you're in a nice building or a broken down building, whether you're on a basketball court that's got a net or doesn't have a net, whether you're on a tennis court that's got cracks in it or not, at the end of the day, that's not the thing that matters. It's how you use it and the responsibility you take for yourself. So we're going to try to provide the environment. We're going to try to provide the leadership. We're going to try to provide the direction. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to do for the young men and women in the city of New Orleans is to give them a pathway to peace and a pathway to life. A pathway to have a very long, important, and fruitful life so that they can then turn around and give back and we can create generations of success in the city of New Orleans. And there's nobody that reflects that spirit and that will more so than Ryan. So Ryan, I want to thank you for taking on this task for us, and I know you're going to be called up in a minute. But of course, none of this would be possible without the folks standing around us. And Rita, on behalf of the Hornets and the Saints, has always been there as a partner. For those of you that are watching, you guys know that we had Mardi Gras, but we had this little thing called the Super Bowl in the middle of it. And that wouldn't have happened without Rita's leadership and her family's leadership. And of course, the Hornets are beginning to make a great run again. So Rita, thank you guys for being our sponsor for this event. So if you guys would help me welcome Ms. Rita Benson along. Thank you.
Our support started well before myself in terms of my grandfather's support events and groups in the early 80s. That evolution has become a family tradition, and much like Mayor Mitch Landrieu, I cannot thank him and his family and his vision enough for caring about the future of New Orleans, for caring about our youth. He started with Save Our Sons. There are many of us that were there and participated, and this is the ongoing portion of that evolution. We will not stop caring. We will not stop being passionate about giving alternatives so that our young people know that they have chances, they have bright futures. And Ryan is an incredible example. So thank you to Mitch and the deputy mayors and everyone who actually strives and puts their boots on the ground to make these programs happen. That is why our Super Bowl was so successful, because of the passion of all the individuals. And in that Super Bowl tradition, we had the Super Saturday of Service, so that 5 parks throughout all of New Orleans, with Mitch's leadership and vision again, spread throughout the entire city, so that all of our youth would benefit. Although this particular program benefits young males from 16 and above, and with the help of our DJ friend, there's more than just basketball, there's friendship, there's camaraderie, and there's also a lot of good speakers who will help you to vision and think about what options you have for your future. But no matter what your future is or what your day-to-day is, if you can come here and have fun and make friends and know that all of your friends that you make here, that they will have your back, that it starts with you and that they're the ones who can change our city. We can do what we can to help support financially and have our superstars behind me, our basketball players. We have so many, but thank you again, especially to Ryan Anderson, Robin Lopez, and Xavier Henry for being here. When our big stars come and commit themselves to the youth, it just transcends. So thank you to Ryan and everybody else who's supporting this effort with us.
We have those here, CEO of PlayNola, who wants to make a take.
The first year that we were able to volunteer with the Midnight Basketball Project, we were elated. We knew that running leagues in the city and having sports for community and young adults was an opportunity to get them off the streets, get them engaged, and just to have a good time. We've watched the program grow over the last 3 years, and going to our 3rd season, we're super excited about engaging young men, seeing them come back, seeing the ones that we met from the first day who've grown and done great things, and also seeing where this program is going to take off in the city. We're happy to be in Central City. We're happy to work with Kip, and we think it's going to be an awesome opportunity for the young people of our community. Thank you.
I'm really excited about being a participant with this again. I get to get my Bob Costas on, doing play-by-play, and we keep it real exciting. This will be my 2nd year doing it, but it was a bigger thing than I had anticipated, because I got a chance to actually talk to a lot of the young guys and, you know, see them in some real-life situations outside the courts. And then while we were there, they got the enrichment, they got the basketball, they got the camaraderie, they got the teamwork. And then they got a little cardio going as well. And they were actually some really good players. So for those that are watching, we invite young men from across the city, across the metro area to come participate. It's a kind of a critical time. You know, we have a lot of negativity going on in the city, but it can be turned around with some positive activities as well. And that's kind of a critical time, like that 8 to midnight time, where a lot of crazy things go on. But they're out of harm's way, got some great refs, got some great players. There's even security, and it's a great event. I can't wait to get the turntables going and make some noise and talk a little trash with those guys. But real good stuff. Shout out to PlayNola, shout out to the mayor's office, and really big shout out to the Benson organization, because the Hornets will be a part of it. And some of those guys are actually, they're going to be trying out, because they're also top-notch guys that come out, and also Kip School and Woodson, because this is a top-notch facility. We're going to look real good in here. Now I got to keep bringing the cameras out and keep focusing on the positive stuff going on as well. Big shout out to all the folks that are going to go find us.
Thank you. I didn't know this was a tryout for the Hornets. Somebody come on a little bit. All right, now I want y'all to help me welcome Mr. Ryan Dalton, who's going to be our Midnight Basketball coordinator. Ryan.
Well, you can turn around and whisper in my ear that you want to try out. All right, sounds good. But thank you, Mayor Landrieu, for the opportunity to serve on your team and the opportunity to serve my community as Midnight Basketball coordinator. Too often, young brothers get into trouble and get into milestone circumstances due to the lack of positive alternatives. NOLA for Life Midnight Basketball is a safe and fun place to play ball, a place for mentorship and guidance. and is also a place to find many resources and opportunities to help you grow. This season, Midnight Basketball in Richmond theme is Dreams Are Weapons. Most young men forget about the importance of dreaming and never had the opportunity to dream because of their current circumstances or prior situations. They worry more about being shot, killed, or just caught in the crossfire. Families are being torn apart almost every day, and it's time out for that lifestyle. It's time to start dreaming. Dreams are weapons for murder reduction. Dreaming gives us something to look forward to. It gives us something that's tangible. It gives us a sense of self-worth, and it adds direction and purpose to life. It also enables your true passion and potential. Most of all, dreamers let nothing or no one stand in the way of them and their dreams. Each night at Midnight Basketball, we will welcome positive professionals who will come in and share their personal stories and lessons of how they made their dreams a reality and how they are now impacting the community that we call our community and we love. I'm encouraging as many players and spectators as possible to come out this Saturday right here in Cape Central City Gym at 8 p.m. to engage in a nice time with us. For more information and details on NOLA for Life, or anything that has to do with NOLA for Life, you can visit our website at nolaforlife.org. Thank you.
Dreams are weapons, I think that Ryan came up with himself, that I think really speaks really clearly to the need to make sure that every person in the city of New Orleans has a pathway to peace. That's what this is all about. This is one of the signature programs for NOLA for Life, and so I'm really thankful to all of you for being involved. And I'll say again, the things that are working in the city of New Orleans are the things that are the product of partnerships, working with other people, and everybody putting everything they have in one pot to produce something that's good for everybody else. And we are just so thrilled to be at this particular facility in Central City, because this is the place where we can make a great difference. So God bless all of you. Thank you. Also to the players, thank you guys for what you do. Chief Albert, thank you very much for the police department. Commissioner, thank you so much for the work that the health department is doing, because we're all in this together. So God bless you guys. Thank you very much.